In this tutorial, you will learn to create a Windows virtual machine using the Azure portal, and connect to a running Windows virtual machine using remote desktop. When creating a Windows VM in Azure, you also create resources to host the VM. These resources work together to virtualize a computer and run the Windows operating system. These must either exist or they will be created with the VM. We can create Windows VMs with the Azure portal, Azure CLI, or Azure PowerShell. The easiest approach is the portal because it walks you through the required information, and provides hints and helpful messages during the creation of the VM. On the Azure portal menu, or from the home page, select Create a Resource. Then select the See All link next to the Azure Marketplace heading. This option displays all available images in the Azure Marketplace. Select Microsoft as the filter value from the Publisher filter options. In the search box, enter Microsoft Windows 10. And then press Enter button. The result shows several Windows-related images. Select the Windows 10 image. There are several Windows Server versions we can select from to create our VM. In the Windows Server pane, from the Select a Plan drop-down list, select the Windows 10 Pro. Then select Create to start configuring the VM. The VM creation experience in the portal is presented in a wizard format to walk you through all the configuration areas for the VM. On the Basics tab, you need to select the subscription to manage deployed resources and costs. Then you need to select or create a new resource group to organize and manage all your resources. Under Instance Details, enter a name for your VM, such as Test VM. Then, select a region close to you from the following locations. Select No Infrastructure Redundancy Required. This option is used to ensure the VM is highly available by grouping multiple VMs together set to deal with planned or unplanned maintenance events or outages. Then select the image type. Ensure the image is set to Windows 10 Pro. You can open the drop-down list to see all the options available. Select the See All Sizes link to explore other VM sizes. The resulting dialog box allows you to filter based on CPUs, name, and disk type. Select Standard DS1v2 when you are done. That will give the VM 1 CPU and 3.5 GB of memory. Under Administrator Account section, enter a username you will use to sign into the VM. Enter a password that's at least 12 characters long. Then, confirm your password. Under Inbound Port Rules section, select which virtual machine network ports are accessible from the public internet. Select Allow selected ports. Because this is a Windows VM, we want to be able to access the desktop using RDP. After all, you need to confirm the Windows 10 license checkbox. Then, click the Next Disk button. Move to the Disk section. On the Disks tab, you can select OS disk type and encryption type to support your workload or scenario. In our case, keep this settings as default. In the Data Disk section, select the link, Create and attach a new disk. It will open Create a new disk window. Accept all the defaults, and click OK button. Under Data Disks, there should now be a new disk in the first row. Now select Next Networking button. On the Networking tab, you can define network connectivity for your virtual machine by configuring Network Interface Card settings. By default, Azure Create Virtual Network interface for your VM. Accept all the defaults, finish configuring VM and creating the image by selecting Review and Create button. After the deployment process complete, select Go to Resource button. In the Azure portal, ensure the Overview panel for the virtual machine that you created earlier is open. You can find the VM under All Resources if you need to open it. Click the Connect button at the top of the pane. Select RDP from the drop-down. In the Connect with RDP pane, note the IP address and port number settings. Then click Download RDP file and save it to your computer. To connect Windows VM, open the RDP file and select Connect button. In the Windows Security dialog box, enter your username and password that you entered earlier.